Hello all, this is Lortz with another video concerning the funny things that you'll see on TV regarding these unique times that we're in. So I'm going to go ahead and focus on Anderson Cooper. And it really doesn't, it always surprises me, and I don't know why it surprises me, that they're able to sneak such a large amount of information into one TV show. So I'm watching Anderson Cooper. He's co-hosting with Kelly Ripa on the morning show. It's whatever the show is, Kelly Live, I guess, is the show. So anyway, as I'm watching it, they start talking about Anderson Cooper's skull, and they say it's elongated, and it's just a bizarre trait of the Cooper family tree. And so they begin to get into this big, long song and dance about how royalty has elongated heads, and it's a sign of royalty. And they're basically alluding to the ancient aliens stories about the Egyptian rulers who supposedly had come from the sky and began ruling Egypt, and they had elongated skulls. And here's a picture of a skull here and a couple more in the same room. But whether or not they're doctored or it's part of the big show, I'm not sure. But this is what they're alluding to on TV, and most people won't know what they're looking at because they haven't really put in the kind of hours that it takes to know what they're talking about. But that's what they're talking about. They're talking about basically aliens. They're not talking just about kings. They're not just talking about a birth defect. They're talking about something other than a human being, something not in the exact same DNA bloodline. So let's go ahead and take a look at it, and you'll see what I'm talking about, and we'll talk in a second here.
Was it down south?
Yeah, it was actually outside Atlanta. A lot of the Coopers are from Mississippi. A lot of them also live in Georgia. So
Wow.
yeah, I'm bummed I missed it.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah.
That would have been fun to videotape.
I love family reunions.
Yeah.
Because I love discovering that things that, like, the characteristics you have. It's not just something you have. It's actually something that's been in your family. Like my weird shaped head. I realized my head is shaped like ET. My weird shaped head. I realized my head is shaped like ET. And so I realized, oh, most Coopers have this weird, like, nodule in the back.
But isn't that considered like royalty in...
I don't think so.
No, but isn't that royalty?
Not a lot of Mississippi royalty on the...
No, I'm not saying in Mississippi, Egyptian royalty or something, right? Egyptian royalty or something, right?
I think you're completely making that up,
I don't know,
but I'll go with that.
I'm using it as an excuse to rub your head. I'm not going to stop it.
Should we see what she's playing for?
Yeah, Trini, we're going to see what you're playing for before Anderson gets really uncomfortable. Okay.
So you see, they're talking about Egyptian rulers, and they're talking about aliens, basically. Because if you look at the side profile of that, what human being would have that profile? So I don't claim to be some kind of smart guy that's found this on my own. They're blatantly putting this on YouTube. So whether it's all a big hoax and they're playing around, I don't know. That's their prerogative, whatever it is. I'm just telling you what's out there. So here you could see it's kind of an ancient alien concept that these Egyptian rulers were aliens or something other than humans, something other than the standard human. So the way I always put it, it's either an alien, it's a superhero, it's an angel, it's a god, lowercase g. It's all the same. They're trying to explain the same thing over and over again. So even the hieroglyphs and these things that we have at the museums, these hats and all these artifacts from the Egyptian era, have these elongated features to fit the skulls. So it's really kind of interesting. I always thought it was a bizarre thing to study, but that's what they're alluding to. And this isn't really the first time that Anderson Cooper's been involved in something that had to do with like these conspiracy concepts. So I'll show you another one that kind of alludes to the fact that we're in a really crucial time in history where they're about to reveal our ancestry and whether or not these religious truths that we've been led to believe are actually true or not. So the word revelation means to reveal, and the word apocalypse means to reveal an untruth about religion. So who knows? So let me go ahead and show you another clip from Anderson Cooper on the way out. It will show you like the Illuminati owl and how it's connected with the Sandy Hook shooting and how preposterous it is to dare even question whether or not the Sandy Hook shootings or the shootings like it are real. We're the bad people if we would question that, right? And they know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly what the game is. They're having a good time with it. And no one's getting appalled. No one's getting offended. The only ones that get offended are the people that don't know what's going on. So let's take a look at some of those clips on the way out.
Good evening, everyone. We begin tonight, keeping them honest, with a story that is frankly hard to believe. You're going to want to sit down for this one. Nearly 1 month to the day of the horrific shootings in Newtown, Connecticut, in which 26 people were killed, including 20 children. Tonight, we expose a number of people who are claiming that the Sandy Hook shootings were staged. Now, there are always conspiracy theorists lurking online who come up with some horrifically outrageous claims, and normally we would not dignify these kind of claims with our airtime. These claims are obviously sickening to many in Newtown who've spent the past 4 weeks crying and consoling, burying friends and family members, trying to figure out how to restart their lives. As I said, normally we wouldn't even mention these conspiracy theories. You heard Lynn talk about giving President Obama one of Gracie's pictures. She gave me the same picture, a Xerox copy of it. This is an owl that Grace had drawn. And President Obama said that he would cherish it, and I'm certainly going to frame this and cherish it as well. You heard Lynn talk about giving President Obama one of Gracie's pictures. She gave me the same picture, a Xerox copy of it. This is an owl that Grace had drawn. And President Obama said that he would cherish it, and I'm certainly going to frame this and cherish it as well.
So there you are. If you don't think this is all symbolic of angels, aliens, supermen, God's lowercase g, if you don't think that's what they're symbolizing, let me just go ahead and leave you with one little more bit that was on the same show that was recorded on Kelly Live. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
I literally lost, people who get captured by aliens say they lost time. Captured by aliens say they lost time. I lost time. I lost 12 hours of my life. I don't know where it went. And then I realized I just was sitting there binge watching show after show. And I realized, most Coopers have this weird, nodule in the back.
But isn't that considered royalty in...
I don't think so.
No, but isn't that royalty?
Not a lot of Mississippi royalty on the...
No, I'm not saying in Mississippi, but it's Egyptian royalty or something, right?
I think you're... And I realized, most Coopers have this weird, nodule in the back.
But isn't that considered royalty in...
I don't think so.
No, but isn't that royalty?
Not a lot of Mississippi royalty on the...
No, I'm not saying in Mississippi, but it's Egyptian royalty or something, right?
I think you're... My weird shaped head, I realized, my head is shaped like E.T. My weird shaped head, I realized, my head is shaped like E.T.